Hi guys, Andrew Coates, owner and co-founder of Salt Studio. So today's episode in the making, we're going to give you a few tips and tricks just to make sure whenever you're getting your photo taken that you're looking your best. Hi guys, Andrew Coates here again. So today we're just going to be giving you a few little tips and tricks to be aware of when you're posing. So it goes for any time when you're in photos, whether it's weddings, corporate, whatever it is. Sort of particularly, I guess, applicable with weddings, that kind of thing. So we often hear from clients that they don't also be too posed or too directed or anything like that. So, and that can over posing, that sort of thing can interrupt with the sort of emotion and the natural kind of flow of the day. So we'll just give you a few little tips and tricks and pointers along the way just to be aware of. So probably the biggest one we'll always sort of say is hips. So if you stand square onto the camera, it makes you look quite broad in photos. So generally if you wanted to sort of look narrower through the hips, that sort of thing, if you turn slightly on an angle, about 45 degrees to the camera, that's going to make you look narrower through the hips. And then guys, you can stand square on and it'll give you that bit of a size or presence, or depending on the kind of look you're wanting to go for in those shots. So probably another one we often get mentioned is arms. So girls, if you've got just a little bit of space, probably can't see on the camera, but a bit of space between your elbow and your waist there, having that little bit of daylight just through that little gap there accentuates the shape of your waist. And then also having your arm out from your body a little bit will make your arm look a lot thinner, a lot skinnier. So if you've got it pressed up hard against your body, it looks a lot broader than it actually is. So if you bring it out just away from your body a little bit, it looks much more natural rather than sort of showing your arm wider than what it actually is. So another one is chin, we always hear about. So people sort of conscious of chins, that kind of thing. Usually not an issue, but it's one of those things that some people are conscious of. So probably best suggestion is just posture check. So shoulders, nice, not sort of long neck, up tall, that sort of thing. So, and then other one is if you're sort of looking up slightly in photos, so you can get your photographer to sort of stand up on something to shoot from slightly higher angle, or you can hire a tall photographer like me. So that'll give you the solution of looking up towards the camera. Last one probably is hands. So if you're wanting to, there's different posing for guys and girls with hands. So guys can get away with being a little bit more stronger, firmer in the hand, so closed fists, like tight, straight fingers, that sort of thing. Girls generally you want to look a little bit softer in their hands, so if you're getting shots of your rings, close-ups of hands, things like that, it's good just to have nice sort of soft fingers, just bent a little bit, slightly parted between the fingers, that kind of thing is just those little touches and it makes all the difference. So there's those little things to be conscious of. There's not many of them, but often if I've given you those tips already throughout the wedding day, all I need to say is hips and you know exactly what I'm saying, arm, that sort of stuff. It's just those little triggers just to make sure your wedding shots are going to look as great as they can. So yeah, a few little tips and tricks here there. That, as I said, that applies for corporate shots and all sorts of stuff as well. Selfies, whatever you want to take, it all applies throughout everything with posing. So that's pretty much in the making for another week. I'll be back next week with another video. Any questions, comments, always love to hear them. Get in touch. We've got Facebook, email, LinkedIn. We're sort of delving into the world of Snapchat now as well. So track us down on any of those and we're back next week with another video.